Hello, in this movie I'll be showing you the user experience of using the Lync Shield launcher for device enrollment without installing a profile. So the first, the user has to start the launcher and click the register button, and then he has to go through two steps. At first he is entering a meeting as a guest. This is a meeting generated on the fly by the Lync Shield server. It's not a real meeting you can find. It's just used for us to capture the device information, and then he can sign in using his domain credentials. Let's see the user experience. So here at the background you can see the list of launchers, and my system is empty, and on the right hand side you can see the Lync Shield app installed on my device. We'll just start the app, and I am at this stage already a request is sent to the server. So if I refresh the list, I see a launcher at a status of pre-authenticated, and the user can see a wizard explaining here the process, first joining as a guest and second joining with his credentials. So I'll click the register my device button. It will automatically start Lync, and I will join as a guest. So now I join as a guest. At this point my device is activated, and now I can enter signing in with my domain credentials. So now that I've signed in, my device is registered. So at this point I no longer need the launcher, so I can start Lync at any time by just clicking the Lync button. But if I sign out, it's a matter of policy whether to require the launcher or not. So in my system I set it up here to require the launcher for every sign-in attempt. So that means that if I now sign out and I just try to sign in directly from the Microsoft Lync client, I will not be able to do so. However, if I start by using the launcher and now I sign in, so we allow the request to go through after verifying the launcher in our database. So using this scenario, you can make sure that just only devices with the launcher can sign in. Just a reminder about the settings that require the app to be used for every authentication attempt. We have this new capability by Lync Shield offering you to terminate the session, to limit the session length of the user. In other words, we forcefully log him out. So you can set it here for yes, and here you can set the time, how many days, like you want to log him out every 1 day, every 1 week, or everything else. Then Lync Shield will wait for the user to be idle, meaning we won't log him out in the middle of a session or something like that, of a conversation. But once we identify there's no activity done for, in this case, 40 minutes, we will forcefully log him out. So this can be used in combination with the settings that require the launcher for every sign-in. At this movie, I'll be showing you the user experience while configuring Lync Shield to require a profile. So the profile is required when you want to have access to physical information of the device, such as serial, IMEI, or UDID. So you can configure the client whether to require the profile or not by changing a setting on the server side. So the user experience is similar to the previous, but at the first we'll have an additional step of installing the profile. So let's see the experience here. So I will just start my Lync Shield app, and as before I will have a device at the pre-authentication state. And now the first step is install profile. So I'll click the install profile and install the profile. As soon as I finish installing the profile, I go back to the Lync Shield app automatically to see the rest of the wizard telling me to join as a guest and then join as a domain user. So at this point already, if I go back, we have a small icon here displaying the physical device information. So this profile is not a profile that can be seen in the list of profiles of the device. So it's a profile, it's a temporary profile that is generated specifically for this task. So if I go back to the launcher, I click the register button, sign in as a guest, so at this point I have my device activated, and now I sign in with my domain credentials. So that was all about the Lync Shield app.